Needle there. I think we're seeing another level from our group right now defensively. Ultimately, by the end of this year, we want to have a clear defensive identity, which is built around protection of the paint, physicality, one shot, disruptive defense. I think we did that again tonight. Would we turn them over 20 times? Won that possession battle again, as far as turnovers. So I think we're making strides there. Fourth quarter, I thought got away from us a little bit. They did make shots in that fourth quarter, especially to start. Didn't love the start of the fourth, but in general, we're seeing some real carryover night to night defensively.
Kind of the same thing, just in the third quarter, y'all scored them, I think, 35-15. Just how impressive is that?
Yeah, impressive third. Yeah. Built off our defense, and Jose. Jose, Carlo came in, great energy. That group that closed the third was fantastic. But built on our defense, physicality, disruptive, got out, got some easy stuff in transition. Carlo's a big part of that. I think Eve found his way into that, DQ, and then obviously Jose had massive impact there. So great balance on both sides of the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah, all the numbers say, when Herb's in the lineup, you guys win way more games. What do you think he does out there that makes such a big difference for y'all?
You've been around him how many years? How much time do I have here? It's not that complicated. He's a winner. He's really, changes our defense. He covers so much. He takes on the best offensive player every night. He's switchable. He makes plays. He raises everybody's standard and level. That's the biggest thing. That when he's on the floor, you have to play at a different level with him. That's what the great defenders, competitors do. And I consider him a great competitor, great defender. And he raises everybody's bar every single night. It's no coincidence we have a winning record with him on the floor, And then offensively, he's settling us, making the right play, the simple play. It was great to see him finish at the rim tonight. I think he was 6 for 6 at the rim. The shots are going to fall from the perimeter. That's just icing on the cake. But what he does for us, he gives us belief, fire, aggression, and defense. And we're just very fortunate to have him.
What do you think about just the progression Zion and Queen have made, just being able to operate in that paint together and not kind of crowd each other and being able to get to their spots?
Yeah, they're figuring out how to space around each other. When one has the ball, not to crowd, give them more space. We're playing in the dunker a little bit more, opening up the floor. The little big-to-big pass is going to be there. And then when the big goes to help off of one of them, the other's there to clean up the board. And I think we saw that again tonight. So if they're going to put have the 5 tracking, it's going to open up DQ to go gobble up some of the, offensive rebounds and be a factor out there on the board. So, they're finding ways to impact that game on both sides too. I think defensively they're learning to play around each other as well.
I felt like DQ got off to a good start, and this was his first 20-point game, I think, in over a month. What did you see from him?
Well, I really liked his fourth quarter. He did get us off to a good start, and then he closed. That was a very mature close right there. So, I think we've seen this from him, all year. Teams have done different things on him. They're putting smaller guys on him, trying to create some mismatches, take him away on the perimeter. But I thought he was really aggressive tonight, getting downhill, got to the free throw line, made big shots. He was trying to play make for us again, same thing as he always does. But the thing I liked tonight is I just saw a mature, poised young man in the fourth quarter. We could play through him. He made the right play other than one. I'll talk to him about the one play. But he was big defensively too. Had some shots at the rim that he altered, big rebounds. So fantastic poise down the stretch.
What are you in general liking about this big lineup? I guess we can see it, right, with
Yeah.
the rebounding and physicality. That's 2 of the strongest forwards in the game, right, Zion and Sadiq. So does this feel like a winning combination?
It is. I think, ultimately to win in this league, you have to defend. And I think to defend in this league, you got to have size and physicality, or you just have elite rim protection, And I think we have that in Eve. We're working through that. But with that first group, it's going to be built out of physicality, keeping teams out of the paint, switchable, and a group that can keep the ball in front. If we keep the ball in front, better shot on the board for us. We know when we're in scramble mode defensively, shot goes up, it's going to be tough for us to go get those rebounds. That first unit, if we could just stay in front of the ball, be switchable, I think it's going to limit teams to one shot or we're turning them over. So, that group's continue to show progress, I think, on the defensive end, and then that allows us to get out and run. Our offense should be built off our defense. That's what I want to see the rest of the year, a team built off of our defense, getting stops, getting out running. We're figuring out the offense in the half court. We have enough there every night to close, you know. So, but I'm proud of that group. That this feels more physical, big size, aggressive defense to start games and close games.
Zion's rebound has really kind of gone the past couple of games.
What do you have tonight?
I think it's a 7 tonight.
He owes a couple. Yeah,
I mean,
he owes us a couple.
yeah. But what do you just kind of attribute that to on him, just his rebound?
Desire, effort, belief. Like, you know, he's a guy that needs to, for us to be successful, go get 10 plus every night. He's capable of doing this. And so he's putting attention on it. We're putting attention on it. We're highlighting. He understands that. But it's really about the effort and the drive and the will to go get it. And when he does that, when he puts his will and his mind to it, he can go get 10 to 12 every single night.
You mentioned Jose and how big he was in that third quarter. Can you speak more to his performance and just how, you know, I don't know, how it is to maybe work with him and how he can fill different roles for you on a given night?
Well, the number one thing with Jose, he's always ready. He gives you, and he's steady. Every night you know you're getting a competitor out there. You're getting physicality, energy. You know, to me, when he's making shots, that's, again, just icing on the cake. But it's his spirit, it's his energy, it's the life he brings us every night on the floor. He's poised as well. He gives us a steady head out there as far as a point guard, getting us in our sets. But to me, he turned this game with his energy defensively into the ball, creating havoc, turnovers, obviously making big shots for us. So Jose did what Jose does, you know, and he has massive impact on this team. So it's just good to see him get going again. You know, he's coming off the injury. He took a couple games to get going. Maybe the shot wasn't falling. I think you'll see carryover from tonight.
Coach, the way Jeremiah is as well, he's been able to add some energy off the bench also. What are you seeing out of him to be able to get his energy in the right direction defensively and attacking the glass?
He's focused in the right area, which is defensively. He's a hound out there. He's picking up the ball full court. He's getting through screens. He's not dying. He's having massive impact defensively for us. And then he's pushing the pace, getting downhill, creating for others. I love his decision-making right now. When the shot's there, when the rim is there, he's taking it. When he sees two, he's kicking it, you know, really poised individual right now. But it starts with his defense, number one, that he's getting stops. He's putting pressure on the rim offensively. So I've been really pleased. Since we made the move, there's no sulking, pouting. He's taking this as a challenge to get better, to develop, and he's helping us win games right now.
Coach, you spoke yesterday at practice about JP. This is the third straight game he didn't get any minutes. You know, just how are you kind of, you know, evaluating that
Sure.
situation?
We believe in JP, you know. That's why, that's why he's here. And obviously I've just gone to a different lineup. He's going to stay ready. I know if I call his number, he's going to be ready to go. So I see him coaching our guys in the huddles. He has great energy, great spirit. You know, his time will come again, you know, and he'll stay ready for it. So he's responded the right way. Our team has responded the right way. Now it's his job to stay ready, and I believe he will. Good. Thanks, everybody.